To Buddhist Studies Institute Daily Meditation, a project founded by Pema Chödrön Rinpoche. We are currently in the season of practice, which goes from November 1st until the Tibetan New Year, Losar, which is in February. During this season of practice, daily meditation will be live streamed daily to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. You are welcome to join us any day or every day. So happy to have you with us today. My name's Namkai, and I'm your host. Today, our wonderful teacher, Miko, will be leading a 20-minute calm abiding Shine practice. After the meditation, I will read one of the 5 Buddhist precepts so that we can integrate our study of ethics with our meditation practice. I'm now going to put a link in the chat for those of us on Zoom, which will have everything you need to participate in daily meditation today, including links to prayers and information on how to sit and all kinds of other things. If you're following with us on Facebook or YouTube through the live stream, the information is posted in the information below the YouTube video, the same link that I just posted on Zoom, which has everything you need to follow along with us today. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Miko to the screen, who will teach our daily meditation practice today. Thank you, Miko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you. I'm Miko. I've been studying with Pema Chödrön and a certified meditation instructor since 2005. So today we'll begin with our daily prayers. So you can bring your hands together at your hearts. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama, Yidam, and Khandro. I take refuge in the Sa, Lung, Tigle, and their nature, the Bodhicitta. I take refuge in complete openness, lucid presence, and compassion. Oh, mesmerized by the sheer variety of appearances, which are like the illusory reflections of the moon in water, beings wander endlessly astray in samsara's vicious cycle. In order that they may find comfort and ease in the luminosity and all-pervading space of the true nature of their minds, I generate the immeasurable love, compassion, joy, and equanimity of the awakened mind, the heart of bodhicitta. Sentient beings are numberless. I train in order to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I train in order to transform them. Reality is boundless. I train in order to realize it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I train in order to embody it. So we'll do the body scan today. So we'll just take a moment to notice our feet. You can notice your feet and your toes. If you'd like to, you can wiggle your toes just a little bit. And noticing the bones in your feet and the skin around your feet. Noticing the left foot and the right foot, both together at the same time. And then noticing up into the ankles and the calves, lower legs. Noticing the bones of the ankles, lower legs, and the skin. Noticing any sensations in this area. Noticing the left lower leg and the right lower leg, both at the same time. And then bringing the awareness and attention up into the knees. Noticing the insides of the knees and the outsides of the knees. The joints, the bones, the cartilage in the knees and the skin around the knees, the fronts and the backs, the left and the right, both at the same time. And then bringing your awareness and attention up into the thighs, noticing the front of the thighs and the back thighs, the insides and the outsides. Noticing the bones, that femur bone in the thigh and the skin of the thighs. Noticing the left thigh and the right thigh, both at the same time. Noticing any sensations here. And then coming up into the hips, the pelvis. Noticing the front of the hips and the back of the hips and pelvis. The sides of the hips and pelvis. Noticing the bones, the pelvis, and the skin. The left side of the hips and pelvis and the right hip and pelvis. Both sides together, noticing sensation here, especially at the root of the body, on the perineum. And then coming up into the torso, noticing the front of the torso, the abdomen and chest, the back of the torso, your back, your spine. Noticing the sides, your ribs. Noticing the bones of the torso, the sternum, ribs, chest, and spine. Noticing the skin around the torso and all of the internal organs. Noticing the left side of the torso and the right side of the torso, both at the same time, noticing sensations in your torso. And then coming into the hands, the fingers and hands and wrists and lower arms. Noticing the front and the back of the fingers, hands, wrists, and lower arms, the insides and the outsides. Noticing all of the bones and joints, and all of the skin. Noticing the left lower arm and hands and fingers, and the right lower arm and hands and fingers. Noticing them both at the same time, noticing sensation here. And coming up into the upper arms, the elbows, upper arms and shoulders. Noticing the insides and the outsides, the front and the back. The bones and the joints here, the elbows, upper arms and shoulders, and the skin. The left side and the right side, and both at the same time. Noticing sensation here. And then up into the neck and head, the back of the neck and head, the sides of the neck and head, the front of the neck and head and face and jaw. Noticing the bones here and the skin. The left side, the right side, the brain, and all of it together. And then noticing the whole body from the tips of the toes to the top of the crown. And from this place of being present in the whole body, we'll just check in with our 7-pointed posture, making sure that we have our hips higher than our knees. And or scooted back into the chair with the feet flat on the ground so that the spine is supported. You can have the spine be upright, belly is soft, the chin is tucked, so the back of the neck is long. The shoulders are down and out, like spreading your vulture's wings. The crown of the head is up towards the ceiling. The tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. The eyes are resting diagonally downwards, 1 to 2 feet in front of you, eyelids heavy but not all the way closed. Resting the palms down, facing down in your lap. If you need grounding, facing upward. If you need more energy or upliftment, or you can have them folded together in your lap, one hand inside of the other. And today we'll do the thinking practice. We won't practice thinking, but we'll practice noticing when we catch ourselves thinking. By noticing our inhales and our exhales, we're going to put most of our attention on the inhales and the exhales. Noticing our breath, noticing the sound of it, the length of it, the texture of it, the temperature of it. Noticing where it goes in the body. And then if we find that we've lost presence and attention with the breath, we notice that we're thinking or lost in distraction, emotions, daydreams, we just simply say to ourselves, thinking, and we come back to noticing the breath and being with the breath, about 80% of our attention on the breath. It's no problem if we leave the breath. As soon as we do, we just notice that that's happened, tell ourselves thinking, and come back to resting our attention with the breath. Noticing your mind. If you've lost track of the breath, simply saying to yourself, thinking, coming back to the inhales and the exhales. Take a longer, fuller, deeper breath here, letting go of the practice. Taking some moments to be in the experience of sitting without any particular focus. And we'll take a couple of double breaths here, taking a long, full, deep breath. At the end of your natural exhale, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And again, another double breath, long, full, deep breath. At the end of your natural exhale, expelling any remaining breath by pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And we'll bring our hands together at our hearts for the closing prayers. May the teachings of the Buddha spread and flourish. May all sentient beings be happy and joyful. May we practice the Dharma day and night. May the benefit for self and other be fully accomplished. And back
Thank
to you.
you, Miko, for situating us in our body and minds, helping us to relax. Now, as part of our effort to integrate the study of ethics with meditation practice, I will read one of the 5 Buddhist precepts. You can follow it along at the link that I posted earlier. Today, I will read precept number 1, avoiding harming other beings. In Tibetan, the phrase is, do not cut the life force. Committed to non-aggression, I resolve to avoid harming others, to avoid injuring the body or mind of myself and others. I resolve conflicts and tensions with an attitude of openness and loving kindness, acknowledging transgressions and seeking reconciliations. I base my dietary choices on compassionate intention. Rather than taking the attitude that the ends justify the means, I commit to nonviolence as the base, the path, and the fruit of my actions. I resolve to relieve the suffering of beings wherever I see it and to make compassionate connections with everything, everywhere. And now I will post 2 links in the chat. One is for our beloved Dakini Mountain Retreat Center, dakinimountain.org, which is a beautiful website where you can learn more about our retreat center in Northern California. And the other is BuddhistStudiesInstitute.org, which has a full list of our upcoming programs, ongoing programs, information about us as an organization. So that's BuddhistStudiesInstitute.org. This meditation, the daily meditation, happens daily online with certified meditation instructors of the Buddhist Studies Institute. You're welcome to attend any day and every day. I will now end the live stream for participants on YouTube and Facebook, and members of the Buddhist Studies Institute may stay on the broadcast for discussion time. Thank you, everybody, for being with us today, and thank you, Miko, for leading us in meditation.